So I wanted to show you this one last thing before I called it a day. Okay, so I told you about the radius, okay, that these branches and trees were so large. And then this is just one ring, and then you have another and another and another. This part broke off and fell away, okay? We'll go over here, it's a little easier to access. Okay, each one of these is a ring, okay? I'll show you that. See, this part broke off and fell away. I've shown you examples of like that on the tree, how the rings broke off. Okay? But all this is this broke off, and this is a ring, and then another and another and another. This top ring, this part broke off and separated from it, just like this and this is missing. Okay? That's all it is. This was a giant, huge tree that fell, that went around. And the rest of this, it just goes around and all the way underneath. And these are the rings. It appears flat, but the radius was so large. You look up, you see, okay? That's all it is. And it's discolored because of the elements. That's all it is, okay? So this is a perfect example of that. Let me see if there's an example I can show you. Hold on a moment. Okay, I'm going to show you right here. So you see the radius of this, okay? And you see the different rings in here, okay? All the way down. This is the top one. And you see here, okay, all this is broken away. This is the top. This is broken away. The same as right here, okay? This is broken away, and if you look from the end, you'll see the rings here. That's the same thing you're seeing here. This part broke away, just like this. This part broke away, and this ledge here would be this ledge here. And if you see the rings right here, if you look up under here, you'll see the rings here, okay? Same thing here. You'll see the rings in the flat part, and the same thing happens over there. Okay, but this radius is so large, it appears flat. I mean, this thing is so massive, and that's all you're seeing is this right here, and how these are is the same thing you're seeing there, okay? Just on a massive scale. Okay, I can't be any more clear about it. You come over here and the same thing, okay? It's exactly what I just showed you, okay? This is a huge, giant tree or branch, okay? And these are just the rings. That's the top one. You just got to look at it the right way, okay? So I'm not going to go through that again because I think I was pretty clear on it. But you just got to understand, okay? All right. Let me get up here and show you the rings again. Okay? That's all it is, but on a giant, massive scale. Okay? And you see these little ledges right here. All them little ledges are these little things right here. But on a tiny scale. This is a tiny scale. Okay? Do you understand? This thing was enormous, man. I'm telling you, it reached up into the heavens. Okay, let me get back and go do an overview of this. Okay? Hold on, Lou. Anyway, So there it is, just like I showed you. So I'm actually going to end day one off with this. So you may not be able to see this, and maybe you might, but you have to understand the characteristics of the cedar tree. This right here is where a branch came out, okay? And then it swooped around and it came up right here, okay? We'll take all these you see right here are tree rings, okay? If you don't understand it now, you will later. But these are all different tree rings, and this is just the way they break down, okay? And if you look in here close at the tight radius, this is where a branch comes out. And then it came, and you look at the radius, and then it come around, and then it swooped up, okay? I'll put a picture in here of the best thing I can find for it. But this is like a knot, not a knot. It's the end of it's where a branch came out, okay? You'll understand when you see the picture. And the radius comes, it gets bigger as it comes out, and then it comes up. Okay, all this is radius to a tight point. And when you see the picture, you'll understand, okay? And all this comes up and swoops back around. And all these are just different tree rings laid on each other. And you come in here and you see, you won't understand this now, but you will tomorrow. This is just part of the sap that was in this branch. It goes all the way up. Okay? That's petrified sap. Tomorrow you'll understand. But right now I want you to understand that this was a branch. The tight radius starts here. If you watch my video on the monument, Mount Rushmore, I explain it in detail in there. But I just wanted to show you this here for this video, okay? And these are nothing but tree rings. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. You'll understand more tomorrow. And this is where a lot of your flagstone comes from. It's just tree rings. This is all it is. You got to understand how the tree lays there. I showed you in like 3D type cutout. Okay? You go up here, it's the same exact thing. I told you to remember that when I walked on top of that piece of petrified wood, all that is part of the tree. It's laid different. Okay? So here's a better example of the tree rings. Okay, I'm just gonna walk of what I just showed you, okay? So I pulled over to show you this. This isn't as choppy as the other one, but it's the same thing. It's just all part of the tree, okay? Just gonna walk down here a little further, but this is just all part of the tree that's busted up, okay? All of it. And it breaks down the same way, except all this is buried, just this little bits exposed. This is the same thing I just showed you by where that branch, the radius part. It's the same thing. These are rings that they're just rings that fall off. They're stacked on each other. You gotta understand that. It's laid down. All of it. There's so many ways these trees break down. Okay? Alright. This is definitely the end of part one of day one. Alright? Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, we'll have an incredible day. Truth in plain sight. They left that there intentionally. Okay? Remember how the cedar tree, these are the rings, okay? Look at the way this swoops up, just like I showed you in many different modern day cedars and other petrified pieces. This is all part of the giant cedar tree. Okay, these are all rings. Looks like there was a knot of some kind right here. But you see here, it's all wood. Remember the rings of the cedar tree, the modern.
One more picture. I want change. Look at the camera real quick.
Okay. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. Okay. 1,
This is what I came up here for.
That's not a good angle. Very nice. Thank you.
Let's look at George's eye. You ever see that before? That is crazy. There's his pupil.
Oh, that's okay.
Look at. Wow. You see the eyelashes or whatever? What was that? Pretty crazy, huh? Okay. Seen enough. This is a cave, but this could have been one of many things. Could have been where a branch came out. Okay? You see all the tight radius. Wow, the lighting is horrible. Hold on. Hey, you see all the radius here, just like I'm showing you in the branches where they would come out. You see all the radius. This is truly incredible. It's a tight radius, so this was more than likely where a branch came out or something. See what I can see up in here. Hey. I have pictures of inside of a stump that looks identical to this. This is all just the inside of a tree. All of it. Okay? It's incredible stuff. This was definitely, without a doubt, part of a knot or a branch that pulled out. All that is just a tight radius.